you a little bit different way to think about the Franpo. You are writing a form, acting like the role, talking to your audience, using material, and the two things that you're using for material are your bullet points, and there are 3, and also you're looking at material from passage A. You're trying to tell them your purpose. You start out with your opening, and that gives you your Franpo. It's 6 items that you need to pick out in every question 3 or every extended response question that you answer. And you be sure to use your own words. You can remember from the mark scheme that some of the answers said give no credit if the student doesn't use his or her own words. So be sure to do that. Okay, that's part of it. So your first job is to, and this was on the first video, was to make these papers color-coded like I have them. And the lines are drawn to show which is which. You just have to make a match. Okay, your second job is to take all of the sample test questions that I've given you and do the Franpo on each one of them. And what I want you to do is I want you to highlight it or color it or circle it and label it. It does not have to be color-coded like this. It can be if you think that will help you see it better, but I'm needing you to be able to pick it out. It looks a little different on here. You have to kind of keep in mind if they ask you to write a diary or a journal that the audience for a diary or a journal is self. So there's some things that you have to think out as you try to pick this apart. So this one, we're looking at the passage from Michaela and Jane, and we're looking for the form. I say just go in order until you can figure it out. So the form is a diary entry, and what you need to do is circle or highlight that and then just real small beside it write form so that I know that you know that that's what you're supposed to be writing in. Okay? Then you're looking for your audience. And I said just a second ago that on a diary or a journal that your audience is self. So if there's no audience to highlight in here, just come over to the side and write audience self. Now I know that there are some journals that are intended for publication, and I know that some people write diaries intending to publish them. But for our purposes right here, and as we answer these questions, your audience is going to be yourself. Okay? So that's your A. Your material is here. It's your 3 bullet points. That's probably the easiest thing to pick out. It looks the same. It's in the same spot every time. So just be sure to label. So right now we have the form, and I skipped the role. So your role would be you are Michaela. And that's your role. You are Michaela. So you have a form, the role, the audience, the material, and your purpose is to record your thoughts and feelings. So that's going to kind of overlap right here. And really, that's probably always the purpose of a diary entry. Your journal entry might be a little bit different, but to record your thoughts and feelings is going to be your purpose here. And then you have your opening. At the bottom it says, begin your diary entry. Dear diary, today has been quite eventful. And that is your opening. Now I have a few more sample questions for you. I will say again, I am not wanting you to write anything down here. Our purpose is to label the Frampo in every question. We'll work on this part on another day. Today, I'm just wanting you to be able to identify all of the items that you need to be able to do this down here. We're only looking for the Frampo, the form, the role, the audience, the material, the purpose, and the opening. Sometimes you'll have to be a little bit creative. Sometimes you're going to have to think more than others. This one that I showed you that was from the textbook, this is laid out so clearly that there's no guesswork. It says the clear purpose right here and the clear audience right here. And these will probably be the two things, the audience and the purpose, that sometimes you'll have to kind of figure out for yourself. But I'm looking for you, again, I'm going to tell you, I'm looking for you to label the Frampo in every test question that I give you. Okay? That's your job. You are to color code this paper, front and back, and then you are to label the Frampo on every test question that I give you. Those are your two jobs today.